Okay, so now I'm at the point where I can actually do a little bit of coding since Java is installed. I'm going to code and run the Hello World program for Java. We'll move this a little bit out of the way so that I have a little space on the left. I'll make this a smaller. And I'm going to click on the left bottom start button. Type in command prompt, shortcut is CMD. And it shows me the command prompt program right there, and also another link on the left that can also open the file location. And it's actually just a shortcut somewhere else in your computer, my computer. I'll right click and drag, drop it onto the desktop and create a shortcut here. That way, whenever I need it, I can simply double click it and it comes up, and there it is. I'll move it a little bit out of the way so that I can see my browser, or most of it anyway. I'm currently inside my Paco folder. That's my user folder, my username folder. On a Mac or a Linux, any kind of Unix-based file system, this would be the home directory. In this case, it's just my user directory. I'm going to see what's in there. I'll type in dir. I've got some stuff there, the shortcuts to documents, downloads, etc. You know, the stuff that you put in your personal folder. Here I'm going to create a new folder. I'll make a directory called md and for make directory and make it call Java. I'll use a capital J, Java. Let's go inside that directory. I'll change directory into Java. Press enter. I'm now inside of Java. I expect this to be empty, and it is. I only have my my track buttons here to go back up or all the way to the home button. So now that I'm here, I can create a new file to start working. And although yes, there's plenty of IDEs out there to work with Java and many other languages, I'm going to be using more rudimentary tools, more basic tools, at least at the startup of this this presentation, this class. And what I mean by that is I'm going to be using Notepad, and I'm also going to be using another program called Sublime. In the class, there is a link to Notepad++, which is just basically a fancier version of Notepad. Notepad comes with Windows. That's been inside of Windows for a long time. And Sublime is an open source product that is very useful for many languages. So I'm going to clear the screen really quick, and I'm still inside the Java folder. I'm going to create another folder inside of this Java folder, and actually I'll put in all my projects inside of this folder. I'm going to create a new directory, and actually I need to make directory. I'm going to call this Hello World. It's capital H-E-L-L-O, capital W-O-R-L-D, so it's camel cased. Now that I've created the folder, let's go in it. I'll change directory to go into Hello World. And this is where the programs will be stored, at least the Java source code in the class file that's going to be created. And let's begin by opening up Notepad and creating a file at once. I'll type in Notepad and then the name of the file, which is going to be the same as the directory. It's going to be Hello World. And it's going to be .java. It's the extension for the source code. It then says that it can't find it. Do you want to create it? And yes, that was the plan all along. I'll click on yes. Now I have my Notepad open. It's blank and waiting for me to type in some code. One thing that I don't know if it's changed or not. I know that Sublime does it and Notepad++ does it. I don't know that we can get any line numbers here, because those will help when our code gets longer, but by then we'll be using some other program. So let's begin typing in just a basic code. If you're not familiar with any of the code that follows, that's fine. We'll talk about this later in class. And speaking of class, that's going to be my first command. It's going to be, we're going to declare class, and this class will be called Hello World. Notice also it's camel case, the capital W. And we then open and close some curly braces. I will then put in an enter in between them and then use the space in between the curly braces to start typing in the code. I will make this a little bit easier to read by pressing the tab key, just saying this is the next line and something will happen here. I'm going to type in something that you will be seeing plenty of in this class, and that is this statement called public static void main, open up parentheses, declaring string, and args, args, and I'll do bracket bracket. This then is the end of this curly brace. No, actually it's going to be the end of that parentheses. So that string, capital S by the way, args, bracket bracket, close the parentheses. We will then have another piece that will be in curly braces. I'll open it up, press enter, make sure that I'm in the right spot. So I tabbed, and I will type in the closing brace that goes there. I'll give myself another space, and in that line I'll tab properly one more time so that I can add my print statement. It's going to be a system dot out dot println println, and open up parentheses, open up quotes, and then my string will actually go here. It says hello world, exclamation point. I will close the quotes, I will close the parentheses, and very importantly, I will close this line with a semicolon that just says this is the end of the line, move along to the next one. So now that it's finished, I'm going to save, file, save. Control S works just fine. I can close it or not. I'll close it, and I will return to my command line and see what's in my directory. I now have a hello world.java file. This is only the source code. I can type it to see what's in it. I'll say type hello world, press enter, and I'll see the text that I just typed in. I could also open to see it, but I just need to know that that's there. What I need to do is compile it, and I can do that with this command. It's called javac, and then the name of the program, that is hello world.java. I'll press enter, and nothing seems to happen, but what's actually happened is that the code was compiled. I can get the directory back, and I see that I have a hello world.java, and now I have a hello world.class. That is the compiled version of the program. If I try to type it like I did the other one, I get this. It just gives me lots of gibberish. It's just saying this is an executable program. You can't really read it. But what you can do is you can run it. And we can do that by invoking Java and then the name of the program, hello world. Without the .class, I'll get rid of .class. I'll just say Java hello world. I'll press enter, and my first program is running. It says hello world. I can make changes to this program in the same way that I created it. I can go to Notepad and look for that hello world again. It's going to be hello world.java, actually our source code. I'll press enter. Here's my source code. If I wanted to add a second line, I could just repeat what I said in the first one with the system.out println parentheses quote hello itse, if I can spell itse 2419. Wow. Okay, exclamation point. I should be excited after typing the name of the class. I will close the quotes, I will close the parentheses, and I will close the line with a semicolon. I will save this, file save, Control S, close it, go through the same process. Actually, let me show you before I do that. If I try to run hello world again, it's still showing me the old program because that's what's been compiled. So I need to go back and tell it to compile. I can do that with the same command, javac hello world and .java, our source code. Press enter. It's done compiling. I can run again, or try to run actually for the first time the new program, and I say Java hello world without the .class. Hello world, hello itse 2419. So just like that, we've created our first Java program. Something you can do if you'd like. At this moment you have your C colon and your users and your user directory. Just like in the other video, you can get a screen capture of this. I'll use Windows Shift S and get a quick copy of this, which is the C colon, my commands to run the program and see it run. I'll just keep it where I can see it. I can save it on my desktop. I can click on that and I'll put it on my desktop, and I'll call this Hello World, and it's a JPEG file. I can close this now. And to turn in this assignment and many to come, I'm done with this right now, so I'm going to exit from my command line. I'm going to open up my File Explorer. In my File Explorer, I'm going to find this PC. This PC will have the drive, my C drive. Inside the C drive is the users directory, and inside of the users directory is my own directory, and inside of here is my Java directory. And now I see that I have a Hello World folder, and I have inside of there hello world.class and hello world.java. I see that I have another Java left over, and that's probably something that I didn't want to keep, so let's get 0K. I think I made a mistake at some point in the recording. I'll just delete it. But this hello world is what I'd like for you to turn in. If I double click, like I said, there's 2 files inside. I need those 2 files. I will right click, and I'm looking for a way to add this to a zip. I have 7-zip, which is fine, but you can always tell it to send to, and send it to a compressed folder. That way hello world becomes hello world.zip. This file, hello world.zip, contains both the files that I need to grade. So make sure that at the end of the assignment there will be a video after the directions there. You click on the name of the assignment, and toward the bottom you can write a submission if you want to put in a comment about the file. More importantly though, you can say browse local files. You're going to go to the same folder that I just put that in. It's going to be in my in this PC. And then it's going to be inside of C colon, and then it's going to be inside of my users, my own username, and Java. And here's hello world.zip. That's the one that you should turn in. You can write a submission to put in a comment if you want. This is my first program. Maybe you're missing one or not. Well, this one isn't. And you can say, I will continue to code Java this semester. You don't need to type this in. I'm just saying that if you want to put a message in there that is pertinent to your assignment, by all means do. Then click submit. If I hit submit, I get an error. If you hit submit, you send me this comment, and most importantly, you send me this file, your hello world.zip. Click submit. Like I said, I get an error, but hopefully you will have turned in your assignment already, and you're done with this one.